Okay, let's see some improvement tools. When you improve the system, we need to find new ways to do things cheaper, better, and faster. Okay, there are some tools to enhance the teamwork and ensure that the people are able to better suggest some methods. Okay, so how many of you heard about the author Edward de Bono? I'm a big fan of Edward de Bono. I have all of his books, the 6 Thinking Hats. So I'm just saying, you can use this different types. There is a trias methodology. There are many ways in which you can whack your brain and have many methods to improve the situation. Okay, there are also project management, other planning and management tools to implement the new approach. And after you've improved, before and after, you validate it through statistical methods. We will talk about it, what's called as hypothesis testing also, where we say whether we have improved or not. When we go into analysis of variation and test of hypothesis, we will talk about that. So before and after, we need to validate it with the data, okay, with statistical tools. Okay, so in the improvement, you have to improve process performance by addressing and eliminating root cause analysis. I will get into the depth of towards the end of the module. Okay, when we're talking about the improve phase, I'll get into the depth of design of experiments to solve problems from complex process or systems. So improvement, Kaizen event. Now, if you see here, I am talking about an advanced design of experiment from the Six Sigma perspective, the tool, and a Kaizen event, which is the lean perspective, okay, where we do a lot of waste elimination workshops. We do a lot of standardization during the Kaizen event. We do a lot of Muda hunting and bringing everything under control and standardize and things like that. So this involves a lot of people down the line also, instead of just using some hi-fi guides for design of experiment. Control means it is sustaining, okay? I always ask, if something is slipping, I'll ask, what is your current control method? What is the control method to prevent when you board into the flight, okay? To prevent some sort of plane hijacking or to prevent the fire happening in the plane. So what is the control method? So similarly, to prevent a defect, once you have done the improvement, you have to control. Okay, so in airports, you have all the security check. That is checking the passengers is a control method. Checking the luggage is a control method. Scanning machines are control methods. Okay, frisking, frisking is control methods and things like that, right? So institutionalize the improved systems by modifying. For example, some control method can be compensation systems also. Changing in the policies can also be control method. This is all my own interpretation. This is not given in the books. I have seen just incentive systems can actually bring in some sort of controls. You know, people can policies, procedures, budgets, operating instructions, and other management systems. And I love ISO because unfortunately, ISO is not, they are just doing it as a mandatory thing for getting new projects or because the customer wants it and some auditor comes in, some puts in some system and we don't follow that. But I would say ISO, if you sincerely follow, is one of the best framework for standardization. For standardizing, you need not go to any other framework. Okay, I'm telling this with hardcore 25 years experience of that. I mean, improvement clause that is introduced in 2015 version, that's all fine. But I'm just saying, if you really want a nice framework of standardization, the 4-tier model of, Apex document, quality manual, systems and procedures, forms and formats, records, the way that ISO is designed is awesome. Okay, I cannot find really a better method of standardization than what is prescribed in ISO. Okay, the only thing is, if it is followed in true sanctity, then definitely you will get better rewards. Okay, control the improved process and future performance. We also have something called as a control plan. Okay, after you regularize the production of particular development part. We'll talk about PPAP documentation also, PPAP process. Yeah, production part approval process. We have a control plan in that, right? Okay, statistical process control for monitoring the process behavior. And I have deliberately introduced the 5S, the lean tool also in the control process. Prepare the pitch before you play. The pitch should be good for you to play. Okay, 5S is to create a workplace and suited for visual control. Okay, prepare the pitch before you play. Mistake proofing to make the errors impossible or immediately detectable. We'll have one session on Pokeyo also. I will talk about various types of controls. I'll talk about a passive control. I will talk about an active control. I'll talk about an aggressive control. I will talk about ultimate control. Ultimate control is actually okay.